Elevator going up and it's stuck up there. Praying for success, but don't know what the fuck's up there. Bet it's better than the weather that I left down there. So I am going to the top with the comments and consolations. So save your comments and conversation. Pimpin' smooth, dedication, bounty play the nation. Universal drama, slapping down your hateration. A city in your city, that's a situation. Drip with sophistication. Now we on different stations for your consideration. No, we don't take vacations, hey, cause we are on our way. Now that's the inclination. I'm on my way.
What's poppin', what's pimpin'? I really hope you boys and girls are out there stepping. It's your boy G Smooth, get y'all urban news you can use so you don't get accused of that moisture out there too. Live from the DFW in the Lone Star because I'm fly like I beat a bug in my own car. Hey, what's going down, Pimp? What's poppin'?
What's popping out? What's good? You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's really good? You know what I'm saying?
Well, as a Texan, ain't shit good.
Yeah, we got a lot to iron out. If they talking about, Texas always talking about seceding from the country, man. We got to iron out some things before we start doing that, huh?
Boy, we all fucked up, ain't
we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Reach on it.
Shit. Let me change up. Yeah, bro. I mean, we had this I'm gonna call it a goddamn blizzard. Texas blizzard. We had one, dog, and I looked it up. 1989 and 1943. We was a little bit colder out here in Texas. So this is kind of, in a sense, you could say it's a 50-year thing. Every 50 years we freeze over. When you do math behind everything, you average it out. Because we froze over in 1994 when the Dallas Cowboys played the Miami Dolphins, and Leon Lett, I believe, fucked up the goddamn punt return or whatever, because they grabbed the ball and Leon Lett didn't get it. He kicked it. He was trying to get the ball, but he kicked the ball.
He accidentally kicked that ball. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dolphins recovered it, kicked the field goal, and won the game. It was cold as a motherfucker that day. I remember that shit vividly because early that morning, me and my dad was driving the second save in this 1985 Eldorado, and that bitch went. We was on our way there, and the bitch just shut down, and we really needed groceries. So me and my dad walked in the snow. I was like 6 years old, 7. No, I was like 9 years old. And me and my dad walked to the grocery store. I'll never forget this shit. It was second save, and he whatever he bought, he was a couple of dollars short, and they didn't approve the check. And I remember me and my dad walking back home in the snow, and we didn't have no groceries, bro. And we ended up stopping at Luby's and getting something to eat at that Luby's. Back then, it was called Wyatt's. It was called Wyatt's.
Back then, it was called Wyatt's. You talking about the Wyatt's on Hampton?
Yeah. So I vividly remember every time it was snowing. This shit was a little bit different. It was a little crazy because my job called me and made me work 12 hours a day. Nigga, 7 days. And it's not a regular 7 days, 12 hours. Nah, nigga. We working outside, dog.
In the fucking freezing cold, trying to fix that shit.
Boy, it was 7 degrees. It was 7 degrees, bro. When I was out there working my ass off, dog. I was worried. We had so many plumbing leaks. We fixed one, another one happened. We fixed one, another one happened. It just and look, today it did the same shit, and it wasn't even that cold today. It's just that we got old copper pipes in our building. So it was just a lot, bro. It was a lot.
What y'all replacing with? What kind of pipes y'all replacing with?
Um, they had the real plumbers there today, and they was replacing a certain area with PEX. PEX is the new shit that's what you want. You want PEX. Um, what me and the other guys were doing, we not plumbers, but we would just replace it with regular copper pipe. You know, the copper pipe that busts, we put copper pipe in its replacement. But you supposed to put PEX and all that shit, bro.
Hmm.
And that's what a lot of people in Texas is going through. Therefore, now I can actually say the title of this video, which will be the Texas. I'm gonna call it a McFlurry. We had a McFlurry out this bitch, and
Hell yeah, we did.
we had a hell of a McFlurry.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas Utilities. I'm not gonna say the famous three letters, the acronyms. I'm not gonna say that. We know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't protect the Texas folk. And what I mean by that is that when it comes to utilities and them doing them black outages or whatever they call them, I don't know what they call them, black anyway.
Rolling blackout.
Yeah, rolling blackout. Um, First off, you can't be creating these new cities and adding all these new neighborhoods to them without adding on to the power grid. And they didn't do that, bro.
Hmm.
Ted Cruz went to Cancun.
Hmm.
You know, Ted Cruz left us when we needed him to show you that we don't need him. You
Hmm.
know, and Greg Abbott, he was here. We don't need his ass. He can't walk. He can't walk to the restroom. So fuck him.
Hmm.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, Texas disappointed me, and it disappointed 5 million people in this state by them cutting off our power, water lines freezing up because we got copper, all these lines busting. Just look on Instagram and see how many people. Even Peso. He got a crib out there in Houston. His water lines busted, and they show his water draining through his return. So it just puts me in a different mindset where it's like
Hmm.
we're not we're not doing the right things out here in Texas when it comes to construction. You know we have a moving
Hmm.
ground. Our ground moves
Taking the
out
cheap
here.
way out.
Very cheap way out. Very. Chill out, chill out, chill out. But I'm
And they
just
get
saying,
paid to do it, and there's no repercussions from it.
no. This is the saddest shit I
They
ever
get
seen
paid to
though.
do it. There's no repercussions from it. And then,
I ain't never seen Texas. I've seen it during the summertime where certain people power gets shut off and it's hot as hell and their air condition, they can't run their air conditioning. But I've never seen it during the winter. Never seen it during the winter where we didn't have electricity.
yeah, that's some crazy stuff. I mean, sometimes when it freezes, we have the electricity go out for a little bit in some areas. But this type of shit was crazy, man. It was definitely different. And for those of y'all that don't know, if you up north, Texas ain't really prepared for this kind of temperature. So if you up north and y'all talking about, oh, that's temperature's nothing, that's because when y'all go inside the house, y'all got power and water.
Yep.
Imagine it being -1 degrees and you ain't got no power or no water. Y'all think about that for a second while y'all
And
was sitting
look,
here
all of our plumbing pipes froze up.
froze up, man.
Water, look, I'm a HVAC mechanic, refrigeration mechanic, and contractor. When it comes to water freezes at 32 degrees. I mean, hold up. At 32 degrees, you got water. You pull 1 BTU, which is a British thermal unit. You pull that out. Now that water becomes ice. So we was at -1, -2, -3 degrees out here. Never seen before in the 80s baby's life. 80s babies, 70 babies ain't seen that shit. Well, no, 70 babies seen it because they said it froze over in 81. But We not used to that shit, and that caused us so much catastrophes out here, man. If you only knew how
Mm-hmm.
many people pipes blew, people that didn't have water because their
Right.
lines were frozen. I mean, it's unbelievable. And now let me
Yeah.
tell you how to fix all this shit. First off, PEX needs to be what you use for plumbing. PEX. It's a hard plastic. It's not a copper. Copper in the factory, when they put copper together, it's like your zipper on your blue jeans. They zip that shit together. It looks like a real zipper when they zip that shit together.
Mm.
Those zips come apart. They blow holes in them. So you don't want no motherfucking copper, period, in Texas when it comes to your plumbing. You want all PEX, the hard, strong plastic. It's cheaper and it's way more efficient. That's one.
Mm.
For two, when it comes to electricity, you actually need heat strips on your transformers. Your transformers are the devices when power is brought into a certain street. They go through these. To layman terms, I would call it a bucket. It's a bucket. Let's say it's an electrical bucket that's on your power lines outside. Though in technical terms, it's called a transformer. It steps down that power. A transformer steps down power. So if you, in layman terms speaking, if the city is sending you 1,000 volts, and we break this shit down in this transformer, we send 220 to your house. So you got 220, your neighbor got 220, the other neighbor got 220, so on till we make 1,000. What we should do on those transformers is put heat strips on them. A heat strip is nothing but basically like an extension cord, but it has heat inside of it. So you wrap this extension cord around your transformer, and and you got to put a device on it. I'm real technical, AC. You put a device on that bitch, like a thermostat, and when it gets below 40 degrees, the heat strips come on.
Mm.
Therefore, that stays warm. So if you bought solar panels for your house, but your solar panels wouldn't operate under 40 degrees, you need a solar panel that has heat strips. There should be no
Mm.
solar panels on your house without heat strips. If you don't have heat
Because
strips, you're wasting your
it
time.
defeats the purpose. So when
It
you
defeats the
freeze
purpose.
out, even if you got the solar panels, that shit's gonna still not work.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I really
And so
don't
even
like.
if you got a generator, you need heat strips.
Well, yeah, you do because look, when an engine gets too cold on your car, on your diesel engine, whatever, it's not going to start when it gets too cold unless you're starting that vehicle multiple times out of the day, where you get into actual engine temperature, where all your fluids get to a certain temp. You know, when you see a
Mm.
temperature gauge on your car and it goes to the middle, that's when you good. You can shut it off then. If you don't get to that point, yeah, you fuck.
Mm.
Mechanically speaking.
That's crazy, bro. Hey, I
And
seen your dog creeping in the background in the corner a couple of times. He
yeah,
he went away. It's almost like he'll look over there and try to get in the camera, man. That's crazy, man. But he
yeah,
didn't go too far. He must be trained pretty well.
he all right because he used to jumping in my lap, so he'll
Oh,
jump.
okay.
He's so big and he'll lay in my lap. He really think he's still a puppy, but that nigga weigh like 75 pounds, dog, and he'll jump
He be
all
trying
on
to
me.
jump in your lap, man.
Yeah, dog. He's a big old baby, but
Yeah,
he loved to
I
protect
seen
the
him.
family. He loved to protect the family.
Yeah, I seen him back there because it's kind of like he looked like he wanted to do something, but he's like, I know I better not run up over there, but let me get some shine on right quick and head out. But yeah,
But
they
yeah,
really
your
it up,
boy
man.
Ted Cruz went to Cancun, dog, during the time where he left us in the cold.
Man, what's crazy about to me is
And he came back.
I wouldn't even have knocked him for sending his family to Cancun. But nigga, you represent the state of Texas during a crisis. You should have been here in that office with them folks working it out.
That tells you what kind of politicians we got in office.
It spoke volumes. And
Yeah,
we all know who voted him in. We ain't got to say nothing about that.
I
The
mean
same,
he's a Republican, ain't he?
yes, he is. Same people that voted in, you know who. So you
Boy,
know,
the orange bandit, the orange bandit.
that's right. And I seen a lot of white folks uh that's probably undercover Republicans that was saying, "Oh, this is Texas, where we don't need the government to help us. We fend for ourselves." But yeah, but no. At the end of the day, these motherfuckers playing games with power over political shit too. I'm pretty sure all this shit got something to do. I don't even think this shit was a coincidence. I think these motherfuckers knew it was gonna happen. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I always feel like they know. I know one thing for sure. They already knew they was unprepared for any kind of freeze that was gonna take place, bro.
Yeah, because we so used to the heat.
Right. But that's shameful, bro. We should be prepared for both because
Well,
Texas has
I'm gonna tell
always
you
been
this:
a.
we not prepared for the heat. You know they're
No,
gonna
we
do.
ain't. I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, we got rollouts when we hit them. What they call them? Ozone
100
days.
degree ozone days.
Yeah, we get 105 or better.
Yep.
Yeah, they start shutting niggas power off then. A box fan ain't gonna help your ass when it's 105 outside. You need
Hell
actual
no, nah.
controlled air.
No, it's not, bro.
And a lot of motherfuckers out here, bro. I'm gonna just tell you the game, bro. These power plants, they run off diesel fuel, bro. They run off diesel fuel. They got generators. These generators run off diesel fuel, and that's what powers every city around this bitch. Bush was the main reason why solar panels is not popular. Bush knew about solar panels when his dad was in office. They
Mm,
used solar panels for the satellites out of space. Those satellites are not just ran off of just magic power. Them bitches are right there out of space without the ozone blocking the sun rays, getting all the energy they need. So solar panels been out since the 60s. We don't know that.
right.
It's been there. It's an old technology. It's 70-year-old technology.
The crazy part is, I was sitting there watching some shit of Carlson Tucker, that nigga that's always on Trump's up underneath Trump's jock strap, that white boy reporter at Fox. Carlton Tucker, I can't think of his name. He was saying that the whole reason we froze over is because the turbines that they use for natural wind energy ain't working. And I was saying to myself, in other words, what he was trying to make the debate was that the clean energy uh, capital of the world or capital of the U.S. is Texas, and that clean energy shit didn't work. We need to go back to fossil fuels and oils or whatever. I was saying I just don't believe that these niggas Texas really just got all the clean energy that they talking about, man.
Man, our shit dirty as hell.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What are you talking about, man?
Now, when you say clean energy and dirty energy, this is what you got to understand. Okay, your average receptacle or your plug in your house, it's 110 volts, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a certain range, like 6%. So your 110-volt circuit can go to 117 volts, or it could
Mm.
go to 102 volts, 103 volts, 104 volts. You got a certain percentage between. When you're lower or you too high, they call that dirty voltage. But when you in a 3% medium, they call that clean voltage. Now, if you're getting clean voltage to your house, your AC unit won't burn up when you get a voltage spike, and your washer and dryers won't burn up, or your electric stove won't burn up if you get the correct voltage. Now,
Hmm.
how to get that? You have no control. individual, unless you have solar power. If you have solar power on your home, then you getting clean energy. If you get that dirty energy, you could be getting 110 volts. You get a lightning strike, bitch, that shit 145. You done burnt your air
Mm.
conditioning unit up.
Wow.
Yep. I done been to plenty of people, and they call it a ground. They call it a ground in the electrical field. Your system grounded. It's too much voltage where your ground circuit couldn't hold the it couldn't hold the voltage. So it blew. And when it comes to air conditioning unit, the ground don't blow, the compressor blows. And you talking about $600 to $1,300 for that compressor alone, contractor price. That's not the install price.
Mm.
You talking about 2,200 to install it, because now you need
Wow.
Freon, you need a filter dryer, they got to pull out a torch, they got to wire that bitch up, they got to pick that heavy motherfucker up, put it in your unit, take your unit apart, change your contactor if he's smart, put a new capacitor on if he's smart. You know, now you really finna get fucked if you don't have an
I was just
expert.
gonna say that. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
yeah, you finna get fucked if you don't have the right people to do the job. And just because you see their commercial every day don't mean they know what they're doing. They sending
Right.
a rookie out there to do your job.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
not the nigga that you see on the commercial doing your job for you.
It's gonna be a straight rookie.
Rookie. 19 years old, 20 years old, boy ready to get off work. He been working all day. He mad as hell. He got to change the compressor. He don't even know how to set that bitch up all the way.
Hmm. Let me
So,
ask you this: how you think our electric bill price is gonna be looking?
boy, they're gonna go high as a motherfucker unless you got average billing. If you don't have an average billing, you get put some Vaseline on that asshole.
Oh, because it's about to get stuck.
Boy, you finna get fucked. Yep.
Y'all hear that, Texas? Your boy and them, your boy, Ted Cruz. Oh, it's not their
Boy.
fault. Yeah, it's their fault because we in a capitalistic society and they run
Mm.
all these with it. They run it so we can
Mm.
the little man can lose out. So y'all get prepared. If my shit say $9,000, I'm cool with that. I'll just be right back in this motherfucker with this podcast in the dark, nigga. We gonna do this whole in the dark. What you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? I'm gonna go charge my shit somewhere, this computer somewhere, and then I'm gonna hit
But
the
but
button.
here's the
Get these battery
downfall.
lights like I got now, these battery operated lights around me, and we're gonna do this shit in the dark on these hoes because we ain't paying no $9,000 light bill, baby.
Boy, nigga, and it's happening to certain people that got multiple properties and they got all this shit under one name. Yeah, you getting fucked real good. But even your average billing people getting fucked, because if you, let's say you're like me, my average billing 250 a month average. Shit, they probably gonna hit my motherfucking ass up for another 700. So now they're gonna average $200 out of 12 months. They're gonna throw that 700 in that bitch. Shit, you talking about a $325 average monthly billing now. They're gonna get their money. They utility companies.
Mm.
And Akon told you when it comes to utilities, it's armies involved, doc. It's real armies involved. Why you think America went to war with Iraq and Iran and all them motherfuckers to steal their oil? And now, let me tell y'all something. I don't want to be a bitch ass nigga, but I'm gonna just tell you what it is. Y'all gas prices went up, didn't it?
Yeah, they did. They have went up.
Democrats is in office.
That's deep. Yeah, it surely is right. That's deep. Because when Republicans was in office, them gas prices wasn't going up.
190. That shit 190.
So right.
That shit 248 right now. You think Biden?
Yeah.
If you think Biden finna get gas prices low, Trump did a good. I mean, not Trump. Fuck. Uh, Bi- uh, 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 Obama gas did a good job
Hmm.
when it came to the gas.
But shit, when Trump was in office, that shit was low too, though.
That shit was lower than Obama shit.
Yeah, that shit low as hell,
And it
dog.
stayed low the
And
whole
it
4
still did
years.
stay low, dog. You can't deny that shit, man. You can't deny that shit, bro. When the orange goblin was in there, man, he made sure that gas price was low, dropping bombs on niggas to make sure that it ain't right. But he sure did put the country first. I got to give him that, man.
I mean, he told you. He said when he not gonna be in office, good luck. He told you that shit.
Man, niggas don't get that shit. The
He
white
said he not the
supremacy.
least racist in the room.
Hey, white supremacy is everywhere, man. We got to fight that on a separate front. It's not even at this point. It's not even political, but
Look,
it
there
is
the
political
only way
whenever.
to fight it is education. I
Hell
don't give a
yeah.
fuck when nobody say, get your guns. They got bombs, stupid. Get your gun, they got bombs. So only way to
Economically,
fight
we
white
have to we have
supremacy
to
is
become
technology.
powerful enough to where people either we can put the people in office that we want to carry out our agenda, or we got enough power to where even if we can't put nobody in office, we can buy a motherfucker because that's really what it's all about.
No, it don't work like that, A City, because most black people wanted Bernie Sanders.
I
And
don't know why they wanted Bernie.
I wanted Bernie.
I mean, Bernie ain't strong enough, man.
I think he is.
Look, he was up there with them mittens like this, and it wasn't even cold out there.
Hey, that nigga
I mean,
Jeremiah Phillips had on some cooking mittens,
oh
sitting on the porch.
yeah,
And then nigga pulled up
nah,
and said, Bernie, I'll beat your bitch ass. And then he pulled out a twisted tea can and set the twisted
yeah.
tea can down. And nigga said, okay, I see what you on. That nigga drove off.
Nah, Bernie talked really good for the black community. We just never know what he would have did.
He didn't talk about reparations. That's what made a lot of people say, fuck him.
Man, ain't that's the whole point. And a lot of black people don't get that, bro. Like me, nigga, I'm all about some money, man. I'm all about some capital, man. Give me some motherfucking money. And you motherfuckers can say I'm waiting on a handout. The whole world waiting on a handout, dog. Slavery was a whole handout. Niggas got slavery, free labor for free, and worked niggas to the bone and got a free
What
handout.
do
But
you
niggas
think a stimulus check is?
a free handout, and I get you. Every nigga that got a free handout that say we don't need one, they didn't give it the checks to me because I asked them on Facebook and social media. For all you niggas that think it's a free handout, shit, cash at me your stimulus check, and nobody cashed at me their stimulus check, flame. So shit, I assume that they like their handouts. They just be lying when it come down to reparations. They just be trying to say that they don't want that in front of their white friends, man. But fuck that shit. I want my reparations, nigga.
Me too.
I want it. I want mines, nigga. Call me a handout, nigga. I don't give a damn what you call me because
Look
I know
here.
work
Look
I
here.
put.
White folks know how to
I
get their reparations and they get boy, goddamn. White folks get their reparations
man, come on, bro.
through a credit score.
They get it through all kind of ways. Hell, they got generational wealth based off the backs of slavery, bro. They don't even need reparations. They already been.
No,
As
they
a
get
matter of
it.
fact, did you know that when the northern states won the Civil War, they actually gave the southern states reparations for freeing the slaves?
Oh yeah, I can believe
Come
that.
on, bro. White folks, man, I don't be caring about that,
Now,
man.
this is how white folks in 2021 get reparations. When they fill out loans for property, when they pull out what they call it refinancing, when you refinance your home
Hmm.
or your vehicle, you get better interest rates. That's where white folks reparations is at. If you
I
if
know
you
a
a
lot of
poor
black
white
folks
folk,
that
if you a poor
finance
white
too, though.
person, you don't know that your skin color and what they call them, it start with Anglo assassins, Anglo,
Anglo-Saxon.
yeah, you Anglo assassin, bitch, your bitch ass get it. You all you gotta do is apply for it, and it's there. Us black folk ain't got it. Ain't no motherfucking nothing. A nigga gotta really work
Your
hard,
shit got to be in order.
man. You better know what you're doing.
Well, I see it all the time. That's why I say they don't need no reparations, dog. Because I don't. I sit up and watch some of these white folks. And I say that loosely. I'm just saying you're white, I'm black. So
Yeah,
I
we don't,
watch
and we
some.
don't mean no harm when we say
I watch
white
some of these
folk.
white folks that's in positions of power, man. And I don't see motherfuckers. I don't see motherfuckers. You know, they title says director, and every email they send out got spelling errors, like they a 2 year old. And I'm saying to myself, how the fuck did you get a position like this? And every time you send an email, it got a ton of grammatical errors.
Boy,
And then the same motherfucker, if a nigga approach you with a problem, will say, "Oh well, we didn't understand what you were saying here, bitch. You understood what I was saying because I understood that raggedy ass email that your director ass
boy,
sent out with all that raggedy shit in it." And that's just the point. You got to be in tip top
nigga, they be
condition.
like, they say you didn't understand my email. Let me send another one. Termination,
That's
termination email.
it.
Do
That's it.
you
That's
do
how
you
they
know
do you,
do you
man.
know what that shit mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Did I
That's
word it
how
right
they,
this time?
that's exactly how I go, man. I done seen it too many times. I done seen too many people in positions of power in on the corporate ladder that man, these motherfuckers, man, they dumb as doorknobs. I say to myself, God damn, man, y'all dumb as a doorknob. How the fuck y'all get here? You know
Boy,
what I'm saying? It ain't the same path these smart niggas I see that can take your spot is at because
well,
they scared to even go after your spot.
you gotta have a real business owner to recognize that. Just look at it like this: most government entities and most major corporations, that's how they run. They run off racism. When you got a
Mm-hmm.
lower company involved, they really need skilled workers. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
they in competition with the motherfuckers that got a bigger budget on marketing and advertising.
So what you're basically saying is, if it's a smaller company versus a bigger company, you it's room to grow there because they're gonna actually have to utilize skilled workers to
Yep,
get things popping.
yep.
Yeah. So, but then probably when they get to that level to where they at, then they might trickle down and go back to the normal
They probably
price,
do, depending, but
depending.
you really
Yeah.
got to know your research on a company. So let me help everybody out right now. If you see a company that got a big budget on marketing and all they're doing is giving you their commercial, they're not giving you an actual, yeah, all of my technicians are certified. All of my technicians go through this amount of schooling a month. You know, because when I worked at RSI, every month we needed 8 hours
Hmm.
of training. Even when we was already running service calls, every month we needed 8 months of training. So when you come across companies like that, you have to really do your research as a consumer, and you calling somebody to your house. I don't give a damn if they're your same color. Fuck that. Nigga be dumb in the motherfucker. Find somebody that actually takes pride into the trade. And you'll see it. You'll see it. It's not
It'll
hard at
it'll
all.
it'll 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 flow out of them.
You'll be like, damn, they really love air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it. It's not hard. And they got two or more videos and they just working on shit. They love it. Because most people they just trying to get your money.
Hmm.
Like me. When it froze over, bro. You know how many people call me when they had heat? Let me tell you something. A heat pump, it's a unit. It's an air conditioning unit, outside unit. They call it a heat pump because it gives you heat and cooling. It has a reversing valve. On your air conditioning lines, you have one line that's cold, one line that's hot during the summer. During the winter, a reversing valve reverses it. So that cold line becomes hot and that hot line becomes cold. Therefore, you get heat in your house.
Hmm.
Now, when it's 40 degrees outside or below, there's a thermostat on the outside unit. It won't cut on no more. So it uses emergency heat. You got to go to your thermostat and actually switch your unit from heat to emergency. It might say EMER, but you know it means emergency. I had 10 to 12 customers call me, bro.
Hmm.
And you know what I did? I told them over the phone, free of charge, switch it to emergency. You know how many dudes that call me that do air conditioning and they went to each one of them people's houses and they charge them $70 a service call and just switch their unit to emergency.
Mm, making that paper.
They made it. I didn't make no money, but my customers love me so much. Hey, Gary, we barbecuing this weekend. Come through. Hey, Gary, we got oxtails popping out this weekend. Come through. So when I do work for people, it's a different relationship. They
Yeah.
call me all the time. What you doing, Gary? I'm bored. What you doing? I ain't got nothing going on tonight. Shit like that.
Hmm.
So I have a different relationship with my customers, and they look at me as a family member versus a mechanic.
And as you continue to build your brand, that's going to be important
Yeah,
because you can instill that shit into your workers to make sure that they take care of the people, man. We gonna do good business here.
that's all I'm about.
Yeah. And it's hard to do good business because actually, nigga, it's actually you, especially if you work up under people, your own company could resent you for doing good business. Hell, even your customers can resent you for doing good business because some people really like getting fucked over. Have you noticed that? So,
Always, always.
ain't it
When I
crazy how
first
some people
started,
like getting fucked over? Like they want to get fucked over, and then
when
they want to come back later.
I first started, when I first got my contractor's license, I tell a person I changed your fan motor for $290. Motor cost me $80, $90. I make 200 off the job flat fee because most companies gonna charge you $600, $700. So I'm charging you very low. You know how many people said, "No, nah, I'm gonna go with another company" when I told them that price. So, oh, hello, all right, baby, yeah, boy. I hear my baby boy acting up right now. But yeah, dog, it's just crazy, bro. How the game work, bro. Um, Honesty is everything, bro. And I would charge customers low price, and they wouldn't choose me to do the job. Then they would get somebody that charging them $600, $700 to do the job, and the shit still don't work. And I go there, they wired up one wire wrong, shit like
Mm,
that. And I just charge them 60 after they didn't pay 600, but I told them 290.
off the top,
Mm-hmm.
if they to listen to you right off top.
The
So now they
person,
at a 660.
easy, easy. Hell, I just got my homeboy call me. He said, "Quote my customer price for a new install over the phone." He had me on speaker. I said, "Oh, we could do one for 55." And the customer already committed to another company for 11.5, and they was shocked as hell that I told them 55. They was gonna pay when they did. They already committed to the contract. They signed it. $11,500. I told them $5,000. No, 5,500. I told them that for the job. Same equipment. My equipment was way more efficient than their equipment. But that's how the game
Wow,
go.
bro.
That's how the game go. And they don't know I got 20 years experience in this shit. Really, what? 17 years experience in this shit.
That's cold blooded, but that's they lost though.
I'm not tripping because I get calls like that every day. So you miss out on me. Oh well. Let me answer the next phone call.
So a $5,500 job like that, what's your profit margin for that, and how much work you got to put in?
Uh, $3,000 profit, and I got two guys that I hire, and I pay them a rack. So I walk out for 2,000, but I ain't did shit but sit at the house and talk on the phone.
Which is good enough.
Yeah, it's 2,000, and one day out of for no reason.
Yeah, that's just kind of better than dope money, man. I mean, in my mind,
I'm
because
sitting
at the
back.
end of the day, if you get enough of that shit going and you get enough workers, dog, you making paper, man, without having to worry about liability of the law.
It's gonna
Shit.
go down because it's blizzard. This blizzard got me good. This blizzard, The blizzard gonna fuck up a lot of heat pumps. So I could make a real good estimate this year on what I'm gonna make just by this blizzard. Cause I know
Mm.
what happened. I know what's gonna happen to everybody AC unit. When that springtime coming and cut that bitch on, that contactor not gonna pull. I know too much about this shit. I'm a real dork. I'm a real dork.
So what does that mean when the contactor don't pull, man?
It don't generate power when the thermostat calls for cooling.
Mm.
It's gonna close the contact, but the contact not gonna send high voltage through the terminals. Terminal leads got fucked up. It was too cold.
It was too cold.
Yeah.
So you gonna be walking through fixing that shit like it ain't nothing.
Let me go get them out the house. All they
Yeah, do your thing. I'm here.
I just had to cut this. Here come, baby. Shit, move. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dog. But yeah, bro, I'm just saying how the utilities roll out here, and how I mean we really Texas is not weatherized for this winter shit. The utility companies get plenty of money out of us, bro, and they don't fulfill their end of the bargain.
Because they get away with it so smooth, slick criminal style.
Easy.
Mm.
They pay way cheaper on diesel fuel because they buy it in bulk. You know, when you buy anything in bulk, you get it cheaper. So people really got to understand what's going on. And I've been saying this, and a lot of people that have solar power tell me they don't have this. I say if you're gonna get solar panels, they need heat strips. And a lot of people, they like, I don't have heat strips. Where you get them? And I say I don't know because I'm just going off my mind because I'm an electrician slash AC guy slash plumber. So I know a little bit about every trade in a sense. I know low voltage and high voltage when it comes to electronics, cameras, fire systems, all that. I know that shit. Fire system, that's plumbing and low voltage electrical.
Mm.
So I understand everything, bro. But it's sad that this shit is not available. And this shit is like I say, a 60-year technology, 70-year technology. They just, I guarantee you, them satellites out of space got heat strips on them. Them
I
solar
bet,
panels out of space, they got heat strips on them.
I bet they do. Because it's cold as fucking space, right?
Come on now.
Hmm.
So,
Which is also ironic, though, because you'll think, because they're a little bit closer to the sun, it wouldn't be as cold.
well, the world moves, the sun moves, the moon moves. So when they get that little percentage of dark time, it's cold as fuck.
Mm.
When that sun rise on that ass, bam, they getting plenty of power.
Yeah.
Plenty of heat. Heat is energy. Energy is electricity. So
I always thought that was peculiar how solar energy goes through solar panels and converts to electricity.
it's heat.
Mm.
It's heat. Solar energy is heat.
Electricity, is it heat?
Yes. You get shot, that shit hot as hell.
True.
It's heat. Heat is energy.
Yeah. This is just the basics of energy.
Yeah, if you cold and a woman come to you and she got on, a lot of clothes or whatever, and she warm and she give you a physical hug, nigga, with her body, she's gonna transfer her heat to you and you're gonna warm up.
Hmm.
Heat. Heat is energy.
What about wind?
Wind is energy.
Mm.
It's just a different form of it. It generates a transmitter. You got to have a transmitter, and look, what is a transmitter? Heat. It's a metal mechanism that creates heat. So as that wind spins them turbine, it spins and it creates heat.
Mm.
You know this is what I do, bro.
Yeah, bro. You got some interesting insight on this shit. Almost to the point to where I feel like you can sit down and figure out some shit that we can pull off. Huh.
That's my goal, bro. If I can, I want to talk to the Texas governor, and I want to help weatherize Texas.
Mm.
I know I could do it. I just need the people to listen to me. That's all.
Mm.
And I'm not saying I know it all, but I know enough. I know when I hear bullshit.
And what they've been telling the Texas folks is bullshit.
Yep.
And because we're not educated on the subjects, they can make it fly.
They can make it fly, but they be dumb as a motherfucker.
Hmm.
And that's the
That's
problem.
crazy, man.
That's the problem. How the fuck a dude that's sitting in air conditioned room all day long for 20 years gonna tell a dude that's outside for 20 years how to work on the system?
It should be impossible.
It's very impossible. So I'm sorry that Texas has experienced the power outages, the frozen pipes, um, just the turmoil that we're going through. We had Houston and Corpus Christi had Hurricane Harvey a couple, maybe what, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and we wasn't prepared. I see Trader Truth always doing his relief funds because Texas as a whole is not prepared. And now what needs to happen is we need to get prepared. And what I mean by that is, okay, when it comes to floods, we need to dig deeper trenches and put mesh covers over them because
Mm.
Texas drivers are stupid. So Texas drivers going to drive off the road, drive into a mesh that's going to hold your car where you don't fall in this ditch. But water can go in this ditch. And you know where that water needs to go? West Texas. West Texas is dry. Let's go on and make West Texas wet. It's a desert out there.
Mm.
So we can pump that excess water because Houston gets way too much, get way more water than what they need. Let's pump that shit to West Texas.
That's a good ass idea because Houston get plenty of water because it rains 24/7.
Come on now. It's really
Man, that's a
tropical.
good answer.
Houston and Galveston is tropical. Matagorda, uh, San Antonio, they tropical.
Mm. You
So
made some good points, my brother. You know this shit like a motherfucker. It's interesting just to learn this shit. Shit, nigga. Now I got some shit to talk. See, I done just put that in my brain. Now motherfuckers talking shit. I'll be like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. What about the heat strips, my nigga?
yeah,
You be like, what you know? Yeah, the heat strips, nigga. Because when it get 40 below, this shit ain't gonna work, nigga. This shit just gonna be fucked up.
come on now. I mean, and that's what I want to do is educate people. I want to educate people on how to run a home properly. You
Right.
really need to know what's going on in your home. Like where you live at, they got what they call VRF systems. Um, they have it's called a variable refrigerant system. What that means is you can have the same freon, but they call it variable because you can use that freon for heat or cooling. Meaning, one of your rooms can have heat rolling because every room or every certain specific part of the house has its own thermostat, and from that
Mm.
own thermostat, one room could be hotter, the other room could be cooler. You can have it set to that. That's what
And it's
you have in
crazy
your
because
crib.
that shit is so fucking weird when I look at that shit and I know that I can do crazy shit with it, but I don't even fuck with it, bro.
And you
Past.
smart, and you smart for doing that. Fuck with it, and see if your shit don't work at all.
Nah, I just do the basics on that hold up.
Yeah, yeah. Keep it basic.
Because it does. It looks like it does a lot of weird shit. I
It
said, man,
does,
what
but it
I
fucks
can
up
do.
even worse, and it costs way more.
Hmm.
See, this is what people gotta know. You can have a Bugatti, you can have a Bentley, you can have a Rolls Royce, but you would rather have a Ford Fusion, or you'd rather have a goddamn Grand Marquis, or a goddamn Jeep Cherokee. You'd rather have one of them motherfuckers because they're basic. They on and they off.
Mm.
All that luxury shit. All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I remember when you was walking down the hall, you was like, "Oh, this that shit right here, nigga. This shit wild as hell." And the bill reflects that shit too.
Yeah.
The bill reflects that shit too, because we gotta pay a separate electric bill. Like that shit, I
Well,
gotta
that's the
pay.
that's the owner. That's the owner fucking y'all.
Yeah, of course. I realize that now.
Yeah.
I said, man,
Those
this shit right.
systems cost way more than the average system.
Yep. So they getting us to pay for them systems is what they
Yep.
doing.
Yep.
Yep.
They can't have no regular maintenance dude. Jose. They can't have Jose or Gerard or Jerome come over there and work on that shit. Hell no.
Yeah, nigga gotta be specialized from the company that make that shit.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Jerome gonna come there and say, man, I don't know the first step. Like look, let me
What
tell you how
Pedro
it
and them
fucked me
gonna do?
up.
Pedro and them gonna go and try to fix that shit though, ain't
Pedro and them gonna be fucked up.
they?
Ain't no way. Mm,
Even Pedro and them gonna be fucked up, man.
hell yeah.
Oh man, this that new shit, huh?
Boy, look, let me tell you. The average thermostat in your house is between 4 and 7 wires, depending on you got a straight cool or a heat pump. Guess how many wires is on the unit you got?
How many?
3. One power wire, one neutral wire, which you could call it the ground or power coming back. And then this is something new that's not in our industry. Guess what it's called?
What?
A communication wire.
That's electric. That's some shit, computer shit.
Boy.
You don't even feel like fucking with that shit. Yeah, that changed the whole game because
They
it's no
changed the
longer
whole
basic.
motherfucking game.
Yeah, just like you was making a reference to cars. Whenever
Uh-huh.
them computers get involved with starting and stopping your shit, now you got a different problem. That shit ain't mechanical no more.
Hell no.
It
Hell
ain't just,
no.
oh yeah, this rolls through here, this electric goes through here. Now it's like this computer chip is telling this bitch what to do. And when this whole decide they want to fuck up on you, we gotta replace this whole board.
Yeah, the board costs 1,700.
Yeah, dog.
Boy.
They been fucking us up ever since they been making these cars more special. They been fucking us up, ain't
Real nigga shit though. Real nigga shit.
they? That's crazy, dog. That's crazy, dude.
Trying to tell you, dog.
You
Trying to
know
tell
this
you,
shit
bro.
though, man. That's so funny though. That is so fucking funny though. This nigga said shit. You get all that luxury shit, nigga. You supposed to pay the price for that
Boy,
shit,
you gonna
man.
pay the price for that motherfucker. Who was that? T-Pain said the Bugatti got 2 radiators. And you can't change one without changing the other. So one of his radiators went bad, but he had to change 2 of them. He said this shit cost him 200,000.
Wow, that hoe would have just sat there.
I mean, that bad bitch would have never been in my motherfucking yard.
I don't even know. I don't even know what you do with a boot. I mean, how did the radiators blow on some shit like that though? I thought you get them cars because they are perfect.
No, they use jet fuel.
Wow.
You can't put no
What would they
unleaded
use
in the
the car for? They
motherfucking
use
Bugatti.
jet fuel. I just rather give me a jet. What? Am I right or wrong?
You right, a motherfucker.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you telling me my car use jet fuel, but that bitch don't fly? Well, goddamn, I, I don't know how I feel about that type of shit. Nigga, If my car's supposed to use jet fuel, I got a car that use jet fuel. If ain't no wings popping out this hole, now hold on and accelerate up in space. Don't give me no car with no jet fuel, dog. That don't even say. Nigga talking about nigga be thinking that shit cool, bitch. Yeah, my shit got jet fuel. Okay, bitch, the
boy,
jet, the cheapest jet in the world, go still out beat you.
boy, easy.
That's
And
crazy,
your
man.
shit suck down a lot of fuel when it ride.
Really?
Hell yeah, them Bugattis, them bitches drink. Most sports cars drink fuel to be able to get the RPM, which is rotations per minute. How many times can your shit rotate per minute?
Yeah.
You got some that go 1,000 per minute, some that go 5,000 per minute, some that go 10,000 per minute, and so on.
So in
RPM.
other words, that spark, it ain't just a spark like go. It's a spark like that shit burning the shit out the gas.
Boy, it's burning shit out of that motherfucking gas.
Golly, dog. Yeah, that's made me rethinking when we start making that big paper, nigga. I ain't gonna
Boy.
have no Bugatti. I guess. I guess I'm just gonna go on and opt in
Old
for a real
school
fighter
Chevy,
jet
nigga. Old
with
school
some
Chevy,
missiles on my
dog.
shit.
Boy, I'm gonna give me a Lincoln Continental 67, the one that Reagan got his head popped in.
Nigga, I want a real transformer car. I want one of them cars out of Japan that I can pull up in, and that bitch change up, and I can stand up and blow some fire out the top, and then get back in that bitch and let it go down and ride out. That's what I want. I want
Teslas,
a real
them Teslas do a lot of that shit.
really.
All them Teslas, dog, them motherfuckers something else, boy.
But you know what I found really interesting about Teslas when I watch them drive in real time?
Tesla is made by genes. So if you got money, fuck a Bugatti, fuck out of it. Get you a Tesla. And Tesla
Man,
they got a line of shit. You only see they cheap line because niggas can't afford the other shit.
they
But
got some nice shit.
they got some shit.
I mean, even the regular cars, the regular ones they got, like when I see people go, I don't know what it is about electric cars, but it seems like they move fast and smooth in a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. Hell yeah. It's not a gasoline engine.
That bitch just go. And it's so quiet and smooth, we just like, phew.
You don't even hear that bitch on. But
No.
if you from the South, you love that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You smell that exhaust. You like that shit, dog. But when you go to you know, that electric car, that shit don't do a motherfucking thing. That shit quiet as a motherfucker. And that shit
That's,
hit 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, dog.
man, it's funny because I didn't know if that was true or not, but I've watched them take off so many times. I'm like, damn, I
But
really
you
feel
can't
like that Tesla burned some niggas.
you can't get in a Tesla and drive from California to New York in the same time period as you could drive from California to New York in a gasoline vehicle. You put gas in your shit, you back ready, full tank. You got to sit back and charge up on a Tesla. You got to charge up. You got to go to a charging station.
Yeah, that's the only part that I don't like.
Yep. But best believe if it's not available now, it'll be available. Where you just pull up, you plug your shit up for 5 minutes, and it'll be fully charged.
I believe it too, because they getting better at that shit.
I mean, it's there. It's just that when they're gonna expose it to the people.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen so much technology being in my field. It makes me mad that certain technology is out there and they don't use it for the people.
Well, what I learned in communications as a communications major is there is a couple of phases that technology goes through. One of them being government, then big companies, and then they finally kind of trickle it out to the public. But it starts with the government. The government use that shit, and then they'll let branches of the government, like big businesses, courthouses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different avenues of the government get it, and then they finally, after they done got something new and better, they finally release that shit to the public.
Yeah, they got what they do is upgrade.
Yeah,
So when you get The AK-47 automatic assault rifle. Bitch, they done made the motherfucking AR-15. They're not tripping on the AK. They got an
Not no
AR-15.
more. Because remember, AK was the shit.
Boy, it still is though.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But just a good example. You know, it's like having a Super Nintendo versus a PlayStation 5.
Exactly. That's a good ass example.
The take
You the
not
same?
the government not gonna give you the Super Nintendo until they come up with the PlayStation 5,
Right. So they can be light years ahead of your bitch ass.
basically.
I get it.
So like that's why I told you, solar panels ain't shit. It ain't like you really doing something. Nah, nigga. Yeah, I bet you the elite got heat strips on their solar panels.
Hmm.
I'm just a nigga that deal with all this shit. I deal with it all from every aspect and every angle. From the gases to the wire size to the type of copper conductors that we have. I mean, I know it in and out, bro.
Hell
I,
yeah,
s-
you know that shit. You don't put the people out here on some major game. Huh.
I just want people to understand. And then another thing before we go, before the signal go out on us, I mean, before we shut off, water, which we ain't talked about. uh, Texas, Dallas, we get a lot of inches of rain when we rain, especially during the spring and the end of the summer. We get a lot of rain. Now, it's illegal to catch rainwater and tie it into your plumbing in your house. That's illegal. But you can catch way more rainwater than what the city provides you if you have the correct tanks and stuff involved. And
So
it's cleaner. And it's cleaner. Ain't no chlorine in the rainwater. All you gotta do is filter that shit and put a UV bulb, big ass UV bulbs inside of your tanks to kill all of the bacteria.
hmm.
No
So
chlorine.
so you mean to tell me rainwater is actually fairly clean compared to the shit?
Boy, you could drink a cup of rainwater and be just fine without filtering it. Without filtering it, it might not be just crystal clear, but you got to understand when you see crystal clear, that's chlorine. See, we got a mindset of what's clean and what's not, but we don't really know what's clean and what's not. We really don't
I
know.
believe that.
You need those
Well, they always
brown
tell us
minerals.
rainwater is polluted because pollution in the air, and when they make the clouds, and when the precipitation
It's in our
happens.
atmosphere. It's not polluted. It's in our atmosphere. We breathe. We're used to breathing our atmosphere. So when you get water that goes through our atmosphere, all you doing is drinking your atmosphere. That's all you're doing.
Mm.
You're
You know
drinking
what's
what you're
funny? I
breathing.
know that to be true. Let me tell you why I know that to be true, and I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna blow your mind too. Got this humidifier in here,
Mm-hmm.
and the humidifier it takes all the moisture out the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that you don't. It's funny because you saying it,
You got
and I'm
dry
looking. I'm
air.
huh
You inhaling dry air
right,
in
and
a
I'm saying to myself.
humidified environment.
So I'm saying to myself, I run the humidifier, and then when it's done, it give me a beeping noise, and it's full of water. I'm like, how did this bitch drag the water out the air? Is that water any good?
It's very good.
Because I always said, well, damn, if I run out of water and I got power, I should be able to plug in my humidifier, siphon the water out the air, right?
Okay. Okay. Have you ever heard of Moses, the black dude from San Antonio?
Uh-uh.
Look it up on YouTube. Moses water machine. That's your title. Moses, like in the Bible, water machine. He's on
which is
YouTube.
basically a humidifier.
It's a big ass humidifier, and he took that shit to Puerto Rico. The government shut him down. The American government shut him down. He went to Africa. The government don't care about that shit. So he's in Africa, but only thing is, it cost him $250,000 to make the machine. But he pulls water out of the air and give everybody clean, fresh water, and it's pure, clear, clear water. No brown, no minerals, none of that shit. It's like what they call distilled water.
Oh, okay. Because I was sitting here looking at my humidifier. I'm like, damn, bro. If this is all we got, well, shit, I can make me some clean water.
You
It's
can drink
amazing
that
to me
shit.
how
You can
much
drink it.
water is just in the air. I never knew water was just in the air like that.
They call it grains. They call it the grains in the atmosphere. That's exactly what I'm. Nah, I'm a little meteorologist, bro. I know this shit. That's grain.
That's why the nigga said, okay, go check out Moses. So that's basically, and I heard of him before. Now that I think about it, he basically just built a big ass humidifier. He be running around turning that whole on,
Boy,
dragging the moisture out the air and putting it through.
boy.
And then he probably got some filters and shit on it.
He make that shit so clean. He specializes in fresh water. The,
Mm.
the the things that we take for granted. When your motherfucking pipes freeze up, and all you gotta do is go to the store, and everybody done bought the plastic water bottles. Now your bitch ass ain't left with shit. You need them humidifiers to bring you that fresh water that's 1,000 times better than that plastic bottle water.
Mm.
Cause you know that plastic bottle water, motherfuckers leave that shit in the heat. So what happens? That plastic melts in the water.
Mm.
So now you're getting plastic in your water when you drink it through your plastic bottles.
Man, the game too cold, man.
I don't even like being this deep dog because motherfuckers get mad at me when I motherfuckers love it when I talk like this, but certain motherfuckers get mad because they be like, damn, he on our level. And not knowing I'm above y'all level, but you know,
Man, fuck them motherfuckers, man.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers. Shit, I'm
Nigga, where
tired.
we at on time, nigga? I need to take my ass to bed.
Nigga, I'm tired as a motherfucker, nigga. We finna end this bitch.
All right, nigga.
Nigga, hey City, why you ain't came up with no intro yet, nigga? What's going on?
Intro to what?
To your podcast, nigga.
Cause my shit these be mostly lives, bro.
Okay, well you need an
I don't even
intro.
be because I used to have an intro.
You are now hearing
What's up? This your boy A Situation, aka I don't remember what I used to say.
G Smooth.
Doesn't matter what I used to say because that shit was boring,
You
bro.
need, you need you need to start your shit off like you did on Preoccupied. Should've been a shooting star. Cause when them souls see me, they all make a wish. But I'm so preoccupied with bringing this fire. Damn, I'm saying my words all
Who this nigga's buzz for real? Nigga buzz for real.
boy, that shit hard though. I should have been a shooting star. Cause when them girls see me, they all make a wish.
But
But I'm so preoccupied with bringing this fly. I just don't hear what I noise.
that nigga like that song. That's one of my favorite songs though too.
What? Shit hard, dog. Well, yeah, we're gonna end this shit as we always ended on some real shit, man. And we've been doing real shit. We really have nothing funny because ain't shit been funny this past week. Ain't a motherfucker thing funny.
Not even a little bit.
Did you hear about Honeycomb Brazy?
Who is that, bro? You know you be keeping up with these rappers.
The nigga that signed with Jay Prince that's from Alabama. He from Montgomery. He from Gump. They call that bitch the Gump. Yeah, whatever beef he had, some fuck niggas came by his grandmama and granddad crib because they couldn't catch him. And they shot the house
Oh, I
up.
think I did see something about that.
They shot the house up. And niggas said they threw bombs in there, but they didn't. He said
They hit the oxygen tank.
they hit the oxygen tanks. They had COVID
That's all.
19 and it blew the house up and they died.
I
So
mean,
niggas
I
is that's some
I
real
feel
niggas.
sorry for him, but at the same time, it's like I used to tell my kid, man, that shit that you be into, bro. I mean, that shit trickle down to other people, bro. Cause these niggas now, they don't have no moral code at all, bro.
Not at
They
all.
just they just trying to get at you, man. They doing this shit like the cartels and the Italian mob. See, we didn't start that
Yeah,
ruthless killing.
exactly, AC. You,
We
I'm just
never
gonna say
started
that.
that, bro. That's that whole ass shit them cartel niggas be doing and the Italian mobsters. See, they started that shit to where you just get ruthless. See, that's not
Look,
black Americans that started that shit, bro.
technically speaking, we all slave descendants. We didn't do that shit to each other. If anything, we was brothers and we helped each other out.
Come on, bro. I mean, and then if I got beef with you, man, ain't nothing gonna sit right in my spirit to kill you, none of your
Come
kinfolk.
on,
Maybe
man.
unless you done,
Come on, man.
maybe unless you done kill mine. But if it's me and you, nigga, it's mono a mono. We talking shit, man. I ain't got to bring your family into it. But these niggas, man, these niggas,
These
like I
niggas
said,
is raised in single family homes. Really, the black woman taking care of the kids. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that she don't have a strong black man to tell her, don't tell that shit to your son. Don't do this to your son. Don't do that. Don't do this. You know, they don't have a strong black man to do that. Where the son actually respects the father. You know,
mm-hmm.
it's a lot of people that don't respect their father. I respect my father, and you can tell by the way I talk. You
I
know,
mean, you can tell what you done learned, and you can tell how you value getting up and going out and get it, nigga. That's some shit only a man can really. Even if he don't teach it to you, you can see it. You can tell who's in.
I learned it from I seen it every day. Even though I was bullshitting, I was out there in the streets. I
It's
always seen
still
my dad go up to work, and it made me feel bad about myself. So I
exactly,
said,
bro.
I gotta match my dad. I gotta be positive.
Either way it go, even if you out in the streets, you still got to be out there trying to get to something, some money, not to get no busting on niggas' head and killing their grannies and
Oh
shit.
man, that shit, boy.
Man, that shit tragic.
Bro,
But I mean,
I don't even know nothing about that shit.
but at the end of the day, you know, you know,
What
I
goes
mean, you
around
bring that
comes
shit on
around.
yourself, man. You know, you got to be thinking a little bit more when it come down to that shit. If niggas can't get to you, and these niggas are hateful, man. These niggas got demons in them. You know, they really got. Hey man, they demons. I mean, we all got them in them. Hell, I think I be possessed sometimes with some of my actions, but
I mean,
I know
it's
these
easy to get possessed as a human being.
exactly. So
You
I
is.
already know these young niggas got demons in them, bro. They didn't have no accord just shooting up that house, dog. You know that nigga grandparents in there, but these niggas don't care, man. To them, it's
That
just
shit
another
would never
strike.
came across
So,
my mind, dog. This nigga's not in Alabama. He not in the Gump. They call Montgomery the Gump. He
mm,
not in the Gump. So what the fuck, dog? But you know,
I mean,
whatever he did, I don't know what he did. I don't know. I don't know nothing about all that shit. That's Alabama. I don't know nothing about Alabama. All I know is I love Alabama, and Alabama make the best pork, nigga. The whole hog.
the
Alabama make the
whole
best
hog.
whole. They make whole hog. That's all I know about Alabama the Crimson Tide. I know that's what I know about.
Yeah.
All the other
Well,
shit,
I feel sorry for the young man, and you know the niggas that did that. You know what I'm saying? I
they
don't know
gonna
what to
get that
tell
shit.
him.
They gonna get it. They don't fuck with. They don't woke up a sleeping giant. Ain't no way in fuck you gonna do some shit like that and go to sleep and eat a burger that night, bitch. We finna turn your whole neighborhood up, ho. So I don't mean to put my nigga out there like that, but I'm just telling them what it is. You bitch ass niggas done signed a contract, and that shit finna
Yeah.
get fulfilled.
Yeah, it's sad, man. We gonna be going back and forth about some shit like that, cause
You
it's
fuck with
cold
my
blood.
family, nigga. This is a never ending war.
Yeah.
Just like niggas in Cali with the Crips and the Bloods. It's a never
Mm-hmm.
ending war, bro.
It's true. But all right, nigga, let's log off this hoe.
Man, y'all tune in next time, man. Hey, City gonna do us a busted challenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a busted challenge. Yeah, we gonna Yeah, we're gonna see how low Gary can bust it open. That's exactly what that challenge gonna be. Cause I ain't busting shit. But yeah, I'm out.
All right, bro.
Yeah, peace.
I'm on my way. 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 I'm on my way.
Elevator going up and it's stuck up there. Praying for success, but don't know what the fuck's up there. Bet it's better than the weather that I left down there. So I am going to the top with the comments and consolations. So save your comments and conversation. Pimpin' smooth, dedication, bounty play a nation. Universal genre, slapping down your hateration. A city in your city, that's a situation. Drip with sophistication. Now we on different stations for your consideration. No, we don't take vacations, hey, cause we are on our way. And that's the inclination.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Where I'm headed, come full of unleaded. Ain't no need to make it rain. Put that money in investment. Put it in some land, I bought from the nearest city. Develop on that property, watch the equity hit the ceiling, don't you sell. Think about them children in the future. Don't let this material seduce you. Keep a smart circle, can't no squares fit in. Military stocks in my mind, let that world come in. I'm starting to trade school, so I can teach the youngins you can be real technical. You ain't gotta be no dummy. Do you pray to God? Do you ask for forgiveness? Yahweh specific, trying to turn your life to rhythm. Gotta get your spirit lifted, so be kind and humble. Don't let your mind fumble, baby, let your grind double. I'm on my way, but first I pray. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Hell no. Pray to Yahweh, yeah, the devil, no, never now. Sitting lifted up in the truck, yeah, it's time to bow. Pray to Yahweh through the Messiah, got me standing tall. Fake and move mountains, I see why your haters hating over there be drowning. Hell light jackets for you shy fractures. Yahweh swore to fire, smite you Gentiles down to the ashes. I'm a Malachi Phoenix, reborn out my sins' ashes. Curtain circles with these bars, these verses. You need a scholar to read these verses, hieroglyphics, my black essence, a beast in my presence. I'm only one foot on this earth, the rest of my body in heaven. And when they rest in my body, you see seagulls flying under heaven. Yeah, I'm a legend. My life's a never-ending chapter. Born looking in the eyes of the rapture. Yeah. I'm on my way. I'm on